Hey guys, it's Bob again. I had already did a part two or update to Sterling, the humpback or dragon puffer's condition. This morning he was having some trouble breathing, obviously. Didn't look right in his eyes as far as consciousness level. Didn't respond much to me at all. Let me actually put my hand under him and pick him up, and I was able to palpate his abdomen. I was concerned about a fecal impaction, and at that time couldn't determine if his bowels had moved. So I came on and did a video about that, and it seems the video created some confusion, and I'm good at that. But I just wanted to clarify a couple of things. First, I did go ahead and do a water change, even though I'd done one last night in preparation for moving. And Mr. B got trouble with one of the puffers, so I'm just giving a live update to the video I posted an hour or so ago. But anyway, I went ahead and did a vacuum. Let me go ahead and let Yazzie out, lest we have to hear him the whole time I'm talking. Yazzie, Pam's not on here. All right, there's Yazzie out. Okay, back to this specific tank. Okay, so I did go ahead and do the water change. I did a 50%, and while doing so, I did find his fecal poop from last night. He had a good one. It looked normal. There was nothing unusual about it. And I always vacuum their poop out at least every other day. And I usually do a partial water change midweek and then do a 50% on the weekend. So that was the change I did last night. But I did get all of the Java moss up. You can see some of it's turning brown from not getting light underneath there. But in doing so, I found where he had pooped and again vacuumed out the tank good. So that was since last night because I had cleaned the tank out last night. And I talked this morning about how he didn't look right in his eye, and tried to make it clear that I was saying that his eye didn't seem to see me and that it was a level of consciousness thing. And guys, I've been a nurse for 45 years, I think, maybe more, and am very accustomed to using medical terminology, but I didn't feel like that's the place for this. But his pupils looked like they were 4+ and non-reactive. No signs or symptoms at all of inflammation, pop eye, infection, nothing like that. Now that I know he's pooped, I'm really not concerned about an impaction at all, and I really wasn't before because his belly is the same size as Miss Carrot, and she's over here being dramatic. She likes to lay with her back to us, but the thumbnail shot is of her because he's in the dark, so they both basically are. But you can see there's lots and lots of moss, and she has come out in the light. But back to him. So it's not a fecal impaction, it's not septicemia, and I went through the symptoms of septicemia, which are fin clamping, loss of color, streaking on the skin or under the scales. And it goes on, the list goes on to less common, but he has no signs or symptoms of septicemia at all, so I wouldn't want to treat him with antibiotics. So the water change, he did respond. Like I say, I did a video, but I'm probably not going to post that. This is in lieu of that. He did respond to that, and I watched him for another 15 minutes or so, and I really think what's going on is the fish is in a respiratory acidosis, and you could Google that if you really care, but knowing what I know about respirations and blood parameters and that sort of thing, it's not a metabolic acidosis. That's why he's not showing those symptoms, but he continued to have some trouble breathing. So I did go ahead and get out my handy dandy aquarium salt, which I had said all along I might resort to. And I've put half dose in. So I don't think so, Chevy Fish, because I watch them eat their food every night and they clean it up. But that would be a sepsis thing as well. And again, he doesn't have any symptoms of sepsis. But you can see just with the water change, he's doing much better, Carrie, thank you. With the water change, he's now looking at me. He's focusing. That's what I meant about his eyes didn't look right. But he definitely sees me. He's focusing. He's reacting to me, so he's breathing a little harder. I'm not going to bother him. Yeah. I don't know if you saw the video before BTW, but he was kind of out of it this morning. But other than that, no real symptoms except labored breathing. So, okay, thanks. Any ideals or thoughts? BTW raises these guys and has lots of puffers, different kinds. So, sorry for the lighting, but like a couple people suggested, and always do, these guys are in a subdued light. So I'm keeping it that way. Don't want to light it up. You know how when you're sick in the hospital and you don't want the blinds open and all that, the doctor always comes in and turns the light on bright, yeah. So, but yeah, he's got half a dose of salt in there. And I'll probably go ahead and add the other half. I was hesitant to add it due to his size and the fact that puffers are a little different with salt than scaled fish. So it's always important to remember who you're treating and what your real symptoms are. But yeah, just for me posting that video, it hasn't. I check it every time, Brad, but that's a good thought. I had checked the parameters. I talk about that in the first video. I checked the parameters before and after, and then I checked them again this morning, 12 hours later, before I did a water change, and they were exactly the same as last night. But nope. That's why I went ahead and did a video of him. But yeah, just for me posting that, it created some confusion, and he got about 3 or 4 more symptoms added on that I didn't say he had or wasn't clear about. But yeah, he has no eye infection or no inflammation or irritation or all that. So don't think he has any of the viral issues. I'm still not sure what happened or what's going on, but hey, Alex, but I do know that he's better. And like I said, they were planned to move to their 40 breeder tank, but I've put that on hold for now. Hey, Susie Q. Let me go in a little closer and see. He won't like it, but whether he'll react to it, I don't know. But yeah, his breathing is better. And he's definitely following with his eyes. But if you saw the first video, you know there was no glint in his eyes. I don't think he was focusing. Or, hey, William, see how he's moving his eyes now? He's responsive. Hey, Geek Boy. Let's see, that's... And I'm sorry, just as an old nurse, when you look at somebody and talk to them, you're assessing them. You know, you can't help it. But, yeah, I should have said his eyes don't appear to be focusing. They're not moving. He's not tracking me with his eyes. Yeah, I don't want to use any methylene blue because there's nothing to treat there, Jason. There's no symptom to treat with methylene blue. So that's why I didn't. And you're correct about the scaleless fish. You can't just jump to those medicines. And thank you, Holly, and thank you for your prayers. You can't just jump to those medicines and those same things because, oh, he's looking away. Now, will he continue to improve? Thanks, Mike. Yeah, he does. He's responsive. Salt use property, just an opinion, can be a miracle. Yeah. Jesus, BTW. Is it Brian or Brent or Brett? I can't remember names. I try to. I want to say it's Brian because my brother's Brian, but anyway. Hey, Amy. Brian, that's what I thought because I was thinking I was going to try to remember it because my brother's Brian, but at some point I started thinking Brett or Brent. But would you go ahead and do the other 2 tablespoons? Therapeutic is a tablespoon per 5 gallons, and this is a 20 tall. So I've put in 2 rounded tablespoons. And I don't think I'm going over anybody's time. I looked and nobody I knew was streaming, no one I'm subscribed to. That doesn't mean I'm not. But yeah, Brian, just generally, that's where I'm at right now, trying to decide if I want to go ahead and go full dose with the salt. Hey, Fred. Little stinker, you got us all scared. See when I'm still, well, except for my shaking. One of my females in Mexico got into a fight, moved her within 24 hours, back to normal, very hardy. Yeah, these fish have never, ever given me any concern for their health. One of my females and males got into a fight, moved her within 24 hours and healed him back to normal. Very hardy. Hey, Big J. I didn't see whether you said you'd go ahead with the full dose of, and I probably should have called you or texted you. We haven't talked in a while, but if you answered about the salt, I didn't see it. This tank is a wreck. Yeah, I was talking to Lisa last night, I guess, and I'm going to be getting a couple betas from her. And also have one coming from Amber when it's safe to ship. I think Lisa's just the next state over. Guys, I'm going to flip this. Hang on. Oh, it's got orientation is locked. I forgot it would do that. I'd leave it doing too much. Just an opinion. Can do the opposite. Yep. Yep. Of course, we all know the salt doesn't go anywhere. It stays in there. So in a few days, as water might evaporate out, the salinity will increase. Hey, Brienne, did you get your stickers? I meant to ask you, but I forgot last time I saw you. But yeah, his color is great. You can see his belly reflected there. I bet you he wouldn't let me. Thank you, Lori. Pug. And guys, again, if I'm going over anybody, but this is how I used to live stream all the time, and then people really got into scheduling and all that, which I am. By the way, shameless plug, I have a live stream tonight at 8, and I'm still planning to do that. I have to go out and I still get my salt and some other things from the local fish store that closed their brick and mortar, but they still have lots of stuff, coral and things like salt. They sell, no, it wasn't impaction, but it was not, Fred, because when I got in to do the water change and vacuum really good back here, I found where he had pooped last night. And I had not seen it this morning. Hers I could see. In fact, I showed it on the video. Hey, Vinny, welcome. Hey, Sean. So yeah, Sean, have you heard from Ginger? I don't know what's going on over there, and I'm prepared to go over and help if I can, but haven't heard from her for a couple of days. Hey, Scott. But yeah, I'll be going at 8 tonight. And some of you may not know her. I know there are a lot of, oh, that's right, this is the end of Sharpies, and I normally mod over there. And when he came up, I thought, no, I'm not going to go over there with this. Yeah, I forgot that. I'm sorry, Sharp. John, hey, Reels. Kira, it is live. It is. But tonight my guest will be Casey's Critters. Casey Dowd, and Casey's a member of the Fish Fam. She hasn't, hey Skipper, she hasn't been posting a lot on YouTube lately, but she tears Instagram up. I don't want to say too much about her because I don't want to run a little intro that we worked out, but introduction. But yeah, Casey has a really cool job and has cool pets and posts some really, really unusual things on Instagram. So we'll have her tonight, and it's the first time she's ever done a live stream. So I'm hoping that if she likes it and you guys are good to her, if you don't chew her up and spit her out, I'm teasing. You guys are awesome. That she'll be interested in maybe doing some more and maybe doing lives on her own channel. Casey's Critters, or Cassie. It's Cassie. You guys remember Elizabeth? For Friday, she tried 3 times to see the manager, but she missed her. Then manager left over. Haven't heard from this weekend. I assume the office was closed. Well, obviously they're not interested in discussing it with her, huh? I just don't want it to come down to the last minute and it be a time that I can't go or have to shuffle. You know, I volunteer 2 days a week, so maybe I should put the other volunteers on alert. Oh, I do too. That's Elizabeth's friend. What is Elizabeth's channel, Q? Susie, it's, is it One Fish, Two Fish? I've got her sticker on my computer, my desktop computer, that is useless right now. Hey, Chubbs. If Sharpie comes in here, I'm going to tell him Maria made me stream. One Fish, Two Fish, ROC. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah, Elizabeth hadn't posted a whole lot lately. And she posts some awesome do-it-yourself DIYs and crafty kind of stuff related to the tanks. I know, right, Maria? Blame somebody else every time. Well, he appears to be. I got in there a little closer, but I didn't get his reaction. Trying not to aggravate him. The camera is about 6 inches from me. Nothing I can do about all them glares. Uh-oh, Albert's Exotics got a new bird. Just got the notification. I want a new reptile or a bird. I think I want a reptile, but could have both, I guess. I'm gonna turn into accuse. You lost your whole tank. What did I miss? It's always your fault, Maria, so you're qualified, huh? Oh no, I've never had columnaris, another word I can't pronounce. Hey Fish Kid, welcome. Well, he's not gonna move, but he definitely is keeping an eye on me. I think as long as he's, I'm gonna be here, except when I go to pick up my salt. I'm getting a couple cases of salt, but I have to drive over to Chattanooga. It's about 30 minutes from here to his house. So. Wow. I'm splashing my fingers to see if he'll look up. He didn't. Of course, I would not feed him today. Wouldn't consider that. Not a good thing. Even shelled peas. Yeah, I know, Sean. See, that's the thing, is I'm holding off on setting up the rack that I've had for months and the 9 tanks to put on it, 10-gallon tanks. But I may need that space, you know, for, I may need that space for tanks. She talked about a 120, a 125, a 40. I mean, for the fish, you know, that are gonna need to go somewhere. Dragon puffer, they're pretty cool. Got these from Dan's Fish. He got in some fish that they were the wrong puffers. I think he's ordered Amazon or Congo or whatever puffers, and they sent these big guys instead. And so that's where I got this one initially. Hey there, he's looking at us. And then went back and got this one. And consensus is that this is a male and this is a female, but I don't actually know. But I was poised to move them today, this morning, because I knew I was going to be in all day to keep watch on them. And when I found him making rounds, I go around and check. I got my temp gun, my laser gun, infrared gun working finally. It just needed batteries and the connectors in there cleaned a little bit. Thank you, Pug. So I got it working. So now I don't have to stick my finger in each tank to judge the temperature. It's pretty accurate after doing that for a long time, but it's not the best as far as going from tank to tank. I try to use a different finger between tanks, but I don't know how accurate that is. But anyway, I got my temp gun fixed up, and it was 75.8 in this one this morning, but then I saw him not looking so good. So that stopped everything. Got you in the middle of cooking. You're always cooking, Maria. Always, always. Cooking and taking food to people and sending food to people. She's aggravated because I haven't fed them, I'm sure, and because she got another water change this morning. Yep, same. She asked me about her rainbows, and she was going to try. She has a puffer. She's got a dragon puffer. She was going to try to keep it, but I assumed that that would be coming this way. If not, and I could actually put it in this tank for a while, not long. It may end up being in with the 40 with these too. But there were lots of rainbows. I forget the other ones. Hey, Bobby. I know, right, Sean? All right, guys. Well, probably should get off here. And all I fed this morning was fry. And they had some frozen brine shrimp and some whatchamacallums, tiny frozen things, and they went right out of my rotifers. So fry have eaten. I've got those pesto fry again, so I think I've got 7 tanks now. Thanks, Maria. I'm gonna do what Brian said and just keep an eye on him. Oh yeah, she's fine. Whatever happened with him, happened inside him, because it's not anything external. Check my email. All right. My email sometimes is delayed. It's AOL, and sometimes it's delayed. And I had checked it a couple of times this morning and none popped up yet. So maybe it has now. I usually get it a couple times a day. But, oh, okay. Well, hopefully it'll let me see it. Sometimes I get emails the next morning. It'll be, checking for emails, and I'll get 12 emails that were like sent at 4 the previous day. Usually they're more like 9 or 10 o'clock at night. I don't know why it holds them, but it does. All right, buddy. His eyes have that green, looking around there, that green alien look back to him again. I don't know what did happen to Zen Ginger. Are you just saying, where is she, or did something happen? Oh, let's look at something else. I don't want to get up. That's where the Paku were. And the silver dollars are glad they're out of there. Paku are so competitive for food, but the silver dollars would jerk it out of their mouths all the time, not afraid of them. There's Yazzie Yazzie. There's Yazzie. People say pineapple instead of saying subscribe. And I was actually in the discussion when that started several months ago, but it's kind of an urban legend or a myth. I've never seen any validation of it, but supposedly YouTube flags you if you use the word subscriber. Oh, is that what it was? But I've also had a clarification from people that says if you use it in a sentence, instead of just putting subscribe, spamming with the word subscribe, that it's fine. So, and I actually went out and put the question in the YouTube community about that. Hey, Brandon, Maple Street. And no one answered. I just wondered if anybody knew, but if they did, they didn't. They may have thought it wasn't a serious question, but I use the word subscribe all the time, and I've never had any issues with it. So, but people are going to do what they feel like they're going to do. So, pineapple means subscribe. So when people say they pineappled, after 6 months or 8 months of that, it seems like they're going to flag YouTube would flag pineapple about now, huh? I did a little short video, very short, a few seconds, of my peacock gudgeons. And they're impossible to ever video. And I see one of them back there on the sand. And there are 3 in there, and they're big. I got one to come out, maybe 2 to eat. And they were just gorgeous, but as soon as I held the camera down, there they went. Yazzie, stop. Stop. Quit. Just chewing a cord. Alright guys, I'm going to get off here. I was just getting up and starting to walk around. Yeah, well, there are guidelines out there and stuff like that. Got notified that we're live, Sandy. Now you know. Now you know. Vinny, and where did you find that, Vinny? Somebody said. I'm just curious, because if there's a resource. See, that's the thing is, and I'm not saying you are, but people say, I heard, or this is, or hey, Ian. But when you try to find that information, no one can, hey, Anthony, give her a boo scare for me a little bit. Thank you, Anthony. But yeah, Vinny, if you have a source for that, other than I've seen my own comments deleted by YouTube right in front of me, you probably have the Nightbot or something on, Vinny. That's what that is. You must have Nightbot or something on. But I've never had them in 4 years and almost 2,000 subscribers, tons of live streams and all that. I've never had them remove one. You can go to your settings and fix that. It's got certain words, but you control that. You can go to your settings and change that. It's programmed to remove certain words, but it's what you want it to remove. So go check that. I've been in streams where I've seen Nightbot, and I don't know if yours is one or not, but yeah, I believe they do it, but it's what the word is, not from using it so much. It's not from spamming, it's just because the word is a word that's on a list somewhere that it can't be, and usually that's your own settings. See you, Q. Yeah, when you go to settings, you may have to be monetized, I'm not sure, but yeah, everybody can do that. They can, certain words. You hear some of the big channels talk about it because they don't want their mods to be worked to death, but like the F word or the S word or, one of those good words. Yeah, into comments, I am too. Yeah, because a lot of times when I'm modding for like KG Tropicals, that's one of the big ones. We never even see. Thanks, Chevy Fish. We never even see comments. They get deleted before they come up. So, but yeah, you can do that. You may have to be monetized. I'm not sure. If Candy were here, she would know for sure, but Oh, the wrong words. See, I turned all mine off so people can say anything they want. Um, and the mods, we don't ever have anybody. Comments on videos. Oh, I'm with you. Sorry. I finally got it. Now that I haven't seen, Vinny, so that's a new thing. That's interesting. Thanks for sharing that. Yeah, I really wish that there was a page somewhere so that we didn't have to speculate or make our own, assumptions, not the word I want, but try to figure it out ourselves. Yep, that's interesting, Benny. It took you saying it, 5 times for me to get it, but I did finally. Oh, guys, I know what I've got up for. These clownfish have spawned again. I don't know what all the stuff is in here. Oh, the crab's over here working. But yeah, they've spawned again, and they spawned the exact same place they did, and that's the little male hugging the... Where is he? Right there. It's kind of reddish. That's where our subs disappeared during the night. I know, Sean, right? They hatched and swam out and were eaten, so... These guys, see it's red there, kind of to my right, to his right, right on the rock. Kind of looks like his color's reflecting. Well, they did a bigger spawn. And I did like JN Aquariums told me to do, because he spawns these guys and raises them. He's got a bunch of them. Not this particular clown, I don't think, but told me to put the little pot in there right where they had spawned before, and I did, and twice that's where it ends up. So I could, but I don't want to. All of that stuff, of course they pick one that I don't want to unstack that stuff. I don't want to take the risk. I would have to unstack it from the top, but I just don't want to do it. There's the mommy. They're sure bright colored, but yeah, they spawned yesterday. Hey Eric, thanks for sharing that, Vinny. If I could get somebody to answer or to say anything, but I don't know. Oh, there's my coffee cup. Where I made it to. He's still sitting in that same spot. All right, guys, thanks for coming in, and thanks for all your comments and discussion and advice. And I always want to make sure I've got everything off on this time, that I hadn't missed something or overturned something or something. Yeah, but what I'm going to do is see if I can find some way to get them out of there without moving that rock. Somebody told me, it might have been Maria or Chevy or both, to go to, this substrate here, Vinny. It's that quick blasting sand. I mean, not blasting sand, no. Pool filter sand. Thank you. I'm saying Lorraine, but I'm not sure. I got this at Home Depot, and it's a little thinner on this end because all of my two 110 titles and the wave maker blow down that way. So I need to move some of it back, but I'm just draining this by gravity with the Python, because that water gets expensive, don't you know? And I'm not in any hurry, so I'm just letting it in. Oh, almost got in there. Almost got in there in the boxers. I've seen people have best of luck catching saltwater fish at night. It's not a matter of catching them in, it's that they're tiny larval. When they hatch, they're tiny. So when they hatch out, there won't be like fry. That's the problem. Because they know no one is watching them, Mike. Uh-oh, what did Mike say now? Sean, all 5 Simbas have been out. Oh, okay. But yeah, that's what it is, Vinny. And I rinsed it good because I know Father Fish says not to rinse it much, but the water is real turbid. And with the flow that I have in here, it doesn't settle down. Trying to stay out of that reflection. But yeah, I'm gonna take that on down. There's one of the pacu down there taking the sun. Hey Don, how are you doing today? Yeah, I think I showed about half of one leg when I saw it. Guys, it's just old men boxer shorts. Plaid, you know. Maria, are you still cooking? Surely not. Oh, the parents, you mean. That therein lies another problem. I don't have salt water that I would put them in. I have other saltwater tanks. Yeah, don't look over there. All right, Tibby, can I share this chair with you, boy? Huh? I don't have any other place to put them. This one, they're in a 40 and this is a 125, and then I've got that 20 long, but there are some maroon not puffers, maroon clowns in the 125 that are a pair, so that wouldn't go well. I just wondered what you were cooking, Maria. Nosy. I don't need anything unless you're sending soup. She's sending homemade. Oh, there I am over there reflected, but you can't see my shorts. Nope, you can't for the algae. Isaac points angel. Order one came in laying on his side. Uh-oh. It could be, and with it being early, it could resolve. That would definitely be something I would try some salt with, and the sooner the better. You can even take him out, you know, Isaac, and do, Maria, you ain't right, girl. Yeah, email some soup or message it to me. But yeah, you can take him out and do like half strength to start with, like dips, and you don't have to throw that out every time. You know, if you've got like a gallon container or even a big bowl, as long as you can measure the salt in it. That's what I usually do. Try anything once. Yeah, I would do that. You know, make sure everything's the same, the temperature and all that, but it's what I would do, Isaac, and see if it helps. And you can do that every day or even like every 12 hours as long as he tolerates it well. Being a cichlid, he or she should do okay as far as the salt. You know right away if they don't. I had to use it on a beta recently with the same problem, and she didn't tolerate it. She didn't make it after all either, so. But we tried. Fax it. What's that big pink fish? Oh, that's the squirrel fish. There are people in here that keep salt, of course. Somebody will know the scientific name. I don't, but just the guys see all the work I've got to do. Oh, yeah, see, it's a squirrel fish, and he's about, oh gosh, 5 inches. He doesn't look that big, but yeah, he's an easy 5, maybe a little over 5. He's not as long as a dollar bill, that's 6 inches, so yeah. But what he's doing is hoping I'll drop a jumbo krill. About all he'll eat is giant bloodworms, jumbo krill, which are about the size of some of those smaller fish. And he likes spirulina flakes. But yeah, they have those big eyes. Thank you. Yeah, I tried. I think I even showed her in a dip, that first dip, and she didn't go well. Oh my God, potato soup. My mother used to make homemade potato soups, and I would load it up with saltines and make it like a paste almost. I love the salt and the texture of it. So, yeah, this was good times. It was good times. Broccoli and cheese, that's good too. Y'all are gonna make me hungry, and I've already had my breakfast. Got to go, Skipper. All right. By the way, I saw your Corys. Those look great. That was a great find. Those are awesome. Carrot, celery, parsley, and escargot. Now, what is escargot? That's got to be something like a green. So Vinny's got squirrel fish. There you go. And I bet Vinny knows I forgot you keep salt, Vinny. But I knew there a lot of people keep salt, guys, and they don't show them and talk about them a lot. And Candy did, but I found out she's closed her tank. Priscilla just went live. Let's get out of here because I don't want to get in trouble with Priscilla. Thanks, guys. If anybody's got a link to her, that would be awesome. Thanks for letting me know. He is big, and he's grown quite a bit. He was a fish that somebody brought back to the LFS like a year ago because they had to move. And he was good size when I got him. But yeah, he's eaten more than one little clownfish, so I'm real careful now. Thank you, Chevy Fish. Always so nice to thank everybody. All right, well, if we had a link, guys, that would be great. But if we don't, let's go to Priscilla. Hey, Tom. Daniel Keeping Fish. Hey, Daniel, welcome. Good to see you. There we go. Maria's got it. Thank you, Maria. Let's all go on over to Priscilla's. Thanks, guys. And then when anything happens with the puffer, I'll keep us updated. Appreciate y'all. Bye for now. Just